Guys, it is week 3 of college football picks and predictions, coming off a nice little week 2 there. Plenty of upsets yesterday, some good double overtime games, and of course, some 70-point blowouts. So moving to week 3 here, starting on Friday night, it is Indiana State against Indiana, a beautiful intra-state battle, guys. I love the intra-state games here. In Bloomington, Indiana, this one's going to be a blowout, though. Indiana wins 48-13 against the FCS Indiana State Sycamores. Another Friday night game here. Colorado at Houston, a Big 12 matchup here. Can Colorado get a big quality win at Houston? Yes, a mini upset there on Friday night. Beating the Cougars 33-27. Take the over in that game. Going to Saturday here, it's big noon. It is Oregon at Northwestern. A very polarizing game here. A high-scoring, high-speed offense in Oregon. A very slow, muddy-it-up Northwestern team. It's going to be a very strange game to watch on Big Noon there. I see Oregon taking care of business here on the road, 38-13, continuing their run to the Big Ten title. And then going to Clemson at Georgia Tech, guys. What is wrong with Clemson right now? They were down 16-0 against Troy yesterday. They came back, scored 27 straight, but still, guys, where's Cade Klubnik? My Heisman dark horse, Cade Klubnik, not having it this year so far. Can they win at Georgia Tech? Get a nice quality win there? No, an upset in Atlanta. Georgia Tech will be ranked next week, guys. Haynes King, watch out for him. And they upset Clemson 27-24, and they start the season 3-0. Nice little run there for Georgia Tech. Central Michigan against Michigan, another intra-state battle, guys. I'm so happy to see these. It makes my day when I see one of these. This game's going to be disgusting, though. Michigan bounces back this week, 51-6. And they get a nice win there to go to 2-1 on the year. Obviously, a rough night last night in Norman, Oklahoma. Guys, I called that game perfectly, too. I said Oklahoma by 10. They won by 11. Pretty wild stuff there on Saturday Night Football. Speaking of Oklahoma, they play at Temple this week. Why is Oklahoma playing at Temple? Must be some home-and-home series there. But they're going to, Philadelphia to play a road game this week at Temple on ESPN2 at noon. Guys, you sleep through this game. You wake up in the second half. It's like 35-3, and OU wins 44-13. A very, very boring game there. Don't watch that one, guys. Cover your eyes for that game because that's going to be ugly. Wisconsin at Alabama, guys. I always love these Big Ten SEC matchups here. The fans are just at each other's throats the entire game. Can Wisconsin get a huge road win here against Bama, who scored 73 last week on an FBS Monroe? Bama wins this game 24-16, kind of lower scoring there, running the ball more, and Alabama stays in the top 20 going into next week. And then going to a 12:45 kickoff here, another Alabama team, it's Auburn, ranked for the first time in 4 years, playing another Alabama team, South Alabama, so it's an Alabama orgy right now in college football. This game's going to be gross, 37-23. South Alabama's decent. They played Tulane close yesterday. This game will be close in the first half, I believe. I think every year Auburn has one scare game. They always lose to some lower tier opponent. This game is that one. 37-23, Auburn wins at home. Oh my goodness, talk about disgusting games here. So Penn State, for the third straight week, is playing a cupcake against Villanova. That was not on my bingo card this week to see Villanova on my picks videos in football. They're playing at number 2 Penn State, who shut out FIU last week. Another gross game here, 56-6. I would argue taking the over again here for Penn State. I think they score probably 40 points in the first half here, and they cover pretty easily against Villanova. There's no line for this game yet, but it's going to be somewhere around 44 to 46 points, I believe, on FS1. The game of the week, guys, the SEC battle, Georgia-Tennessee. You know, it's always a good one here. Remember in 2022, Tennessee was number 1, all that hype, and they lost to Georgia. So a similar story here, guys. Georgia's the highly ranked team going on the road. Tennessee's going to be favored in this game, probably by a point or 2. And I'm going Georgia to win this game on the road, guys. Gunnar Stockton gets it together here. A rough game last weekend, I know, but Kirby Smart's better than that. They pull it together, the win at Neyland Stadium here. A big win for Georgia, and they get ranked in the top 5 next week. They are back. The Bulldogs are looking good. Oregon State, Texas Tech. So Texas Tech, guys, they were the highest scoring offense last year in the Big 12. Once again this year, putting up disgusting amounts of points in these games. I know they've played like nobody. It's like Pine Bluff, and they played some obscure team yesterday. I don't even know, but Oregon State, the Pac-12, the only one of the 2 Pac-12 teams going to Texas Tech here. This game's on Fox, and it's going to be a rough one. 49-17. Texas Tech takes care of business. I like their quarterback this year, Morton, throwing the ball around, slinging it around, and putting up a lot of points there in Lubbock. Louisiana Lafayette at Missouri. So Missouri beats Kansas in a very fun game yesterday. Kind of a low-key game there on ESPN2 if you saw it, but a very fun back and forth there. Missouri gets the win. They're ranked now, and they're playing at Lafayette, and they win 52-8, guys. I love 52-8 to be the final score for that one. If that hits, I'll get $1 million, I swear. A late touchdown and 2-point conversion by Lafayette gets them 8 points. 52-8, guys. I love that score. UTEP at Texas. So El Paso makes the trip to Austin, where I'm at right now. Arch Manning, 4 touchdowns yesterday, looking pretty good. And another big game here, 45-3. I would take the under here. This game's just going to be very, it's a nap time game. You take a nap late in the afternoon. You look at the score of this game. It's 31-0 in the first half. Nothing to see there. Nothing more to say there at all. Oh, a dark horse contender for game of the year. It is South Florida at Miami, guys. It's giving that 2007 vibe when South Florida was number 2 in the country and Ohio State was number 1. Remember that? Number 18, South Florida at number 5, Miami. Carson Beck, the Nutcracker, the Heisman leader right now in most sports books. It's crazy. This game's on the CW. The whole world's going to be watching this game on Saturday at 4:30 p.m. And there it is, guys. I've doubted them twice this year, South Florida. I had them getting blown out by Boise State week 1. They beat Boise State. I had them losing to Florida last week. They beat Florida. I'm done doubting South Florida, guys. I'm officially joining the train, the bull ride, whatever you want to call it. But South Florida beats Miami, and they're a top 10 team in college football. South Florida Bulls. Congrats to them. Ohio against, guys, this is so beautiful to me. Ohio against Ohio State. The intra-state battles here, the big brother, the little brother. It's beautiful. It brings a tear to my eye, really. But, guys, this game's going to be so gross. Ohio State 55-7. No shutout, though. No shutout here. Ohio gets a touchdown, but yeah, Julian saying 4 touchdowns in the first half here, and they pull the starters in the third quarter. Nothing more to say there, guys. This game's on Peacock. I would probably take the Ohio State spread cover in this game because last week the spread was 55. They won by 70, so I could see them covering once again there. Don't doubt the Buckeyes' offense this year. It's crazy against these low-tier schools. Western Michigan against Illinois. Boring game here in FS1. I guess Western Michigan almost beat North Texas last week. Kind of an upset there. So they're not bad this year, but, 37-12, Illinois wins this game. They take care of business. It's whatever. It's a boring game on FS1 there. Oh, I love these logos. Arkansas against Ole Miss. Guys, Ole Miss, so every year they drop one game they shouldn't drop. Could this be the game they get upset at home and lose their playoff hopes once again? Last week it was scary at Kentucky. I had the over in that game. It hit in the final minute with that field goal by Kentucky. Crazy stuff there. Can Arkansas win this game on the road? No, Ole Miss wins 30-20, almost the same score as last week's game, but Ole Miss takes care of business in week 3, and they're ranked in the top 15 next week. Florida LSU, guys. Oh, this one could have been so good. It could have been so good, but Florida lost, and they lost their ranking. LSU, Garrett Nussmeier, a very slow night last night against La Tech there. I think they bounce back here. Brian Kelly gets his troops together, and LSU wins this game 41-17 over the Florida Gators on Saturday Night Football in the Valley. And then Texas A&M at Notre Dame on NBC. It's going to be a beautiful matchup there, and a very close game goes to the final seconds, and Notre Dame wins this game 32-31, I guess on a last-second field goal there. Notre Dame stays in the top 10 in the playoff hunt, and then Vanderbilt at South Carolina. What is up with South Carolina, guys? That game last night against SC State, they were down 3-0 in the second quarter, looking very rough there. Sellers had 1 touchdown, I think, the entire game. They eventually pulled away late, but really, this team's not deserving of their 11 ranking. It's a bit much for South Carolina to be ranked in the top 15 right now, and for that reason, I think Vanderbilt wins this game 28-24 on the road, and a mini upset there, guys. Diego Pavia for Vanderbilt on the road, an assassin. They beat Vatek last week on the road, pulling away late in that game. Another big road win here for Vanderbilt, and they'll be ranked next week. And then one more game to pick here, of course, per tradition on the channel. It's Texas State against Arizona State. I always pick Texas State games here. So far in the season, I'm 2-0. They've won both games. A big road win last week against UTSA. Can they beat Arizona State on the road and be a contender for the playoff group of 5 spot this year? Guys, this would be huge for Texas State. Last year they hosted ASU early in the season, lost in the very final minutes of that game. Heartbreaking fashion. Can they get a huge road win here in Tempe? Oh, yes, guys. Texas State wins this game on the road, and they'll be ranked next week, guys. The Bobcats of Texas State, an insane win there, late night on TNT, 35-31. So, guys, thanks for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next video for the Week 3 best bets and parlays. Please comment below your best upset of this week, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye.